I think the conference was a success. It was our third meeting about this very important project, which I really commend Sasakawa and the Nippon Foundation for taking it on. I think it's a wonderful initiative, and I'm sure the Palau people were really pleased that we held a meeting in the country. Don't lose your role in it by taking a step back after providing the assistance. I think you should hold on to the lead that you have made in the Micronesian region, because you need to be one of the preeminent organizations in the Pacific. I think from the Micronesian side, because you're dealing with 3 countries, it would be very important that you pay attention to the management detail, because we're dealing with several cultures. There may be some misunderstanding or not clear instruction on who does what. That is usually the problematic area, and it's really about management. And I think that would be my way of addressing what is crucial, is making sure that everybody understands what he or she is supposed to do, and it must be taken off further from that framework that we have agreed on. I think to really nail it down to a solid quality relationship, I think the organization, the foundation, should even consider placing representative in each country, because the size of your contribution to our security, in a way, in terms of this project, is quite a big contribution. Mr. Sasakawa has pledged to be in the region for at least the next 10 years, which is quite a long time. And I think just this element, in the relationship would really make the relationship much more stronger than just signing up on a piece of paper. This public-private partnership concept, it's a wide open kind of thing. It is really up to one's initiative. You could be very others will envy Sasakawa for having this foresight, to think far ahead and to be in the lead of doing something that is not entirely government, and yet it engages the government. This project opens up other opportunities, and I can see that Sasakawa even getting to other projects that are quite similar in nature, where you have a wider participation, mostly in the private sector as well, including local governments in the islands we have. Because I think the more participants we have, the more public benefits is realized. And one area that I think that SPF could contribute to and even take a lead in is in the area of establishing technical schools, real skills that will prepare the Micronesians for the future. We have a country that by scientific prediction, we're doomed to go on the water. So we have very limited time to prepare ourselves. And for me, preparation means creating wealth, and creating wealth also must mean getting the proper education. I see Japan as a model country that can help, and we can learn from Japan in a big way, in a fast way to prepare us against this timetable, that the sea level rise threat, challenge that is facing the country. I like to look at the bilateral relationship in terms of the official, which is government, and the private sector. These two go together, really. But on the official one, the ODA of Japan, based on my experience working with my government and seeing the contribution that Japan has provided to us, let me first say that I really appreciate what Japan has done. However, I like to also say this, that I wish it did more and faster. The president of the JICA says or define how aid should be delivered. She expressed in terms of her 3 S's: speed it up, scale it up, and spread it. Of course, in my country, we have not even reached 50% of our people yet. And in that sense, I'm also saying that the Japanese ODA, the bilateral with Japan, is not fast enough. This is what I would like to share with the Japanese public, especially their government at this point in time. The other aspect of the bilateral relationship is the involvement of the business, the private sector of Japan in the Pacific. Traditionally, Japan has been only a fishing country, coming out to our region to fish for tuna, the skipjack. But I think there are other things that Japanese can do, the private sector of Japan can do in a bigger way, so that we can, and I guess this is a private agenda on my part, we can enjoy what any private people enjoy in their market, in their stores, and it's just that these are not there yet, and it would be a wonderful thing to see a wider and more voluminous importation of things from Japan. We've been importing mainly from the United States. There's some import from your country, but very small. And after coming to Japan, I've surveyed many things that could be imported by my country from Japan, but we just haven't made that connection yet. And I think the way to do it is to open up the country more. Well, I'm saying open, it's already open. It's just that we have not seen more interest on the part of the business community in this country. there's my idea of a bilateral relation. You know, Japan government and the private sector should be there in a big way. I think.
Thinking about the things that make me feel good. Satisfy my soul and make me real good. I never will I bow down to negativity. You know, ball brings positivity. I'm a politician on a mission.